Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to talk about bringing back the glow. So if you are another woman just like me in mature life and perhaps your skin is dulling, perhaps we are all losing collagen and dimension in our face. So I want to today give you some super easy tips on how we can bring back that glow in midlife. So as you guys jump on, say hello. I'd love to know, are you guys in midlife? Are you midlife and beyond? Where are you at in your journey? Today, I'm going to share with you really easy, super easy tricks to be able to bring back that glow in midlife. Okay. So let me start here. This is what happens when we use one color of foundation all over our face. Okay. Yes, it smooths it out. Yes, it makes it a little bit more even, but what it also does is it takes away that natural dimension that perhaps we want to be able to celebrate. So it flattens out our face. It flattens out our features. So if you want to get a glow up in midlife, these tips, you're going to want to stay tuned. At any point, you can drop the word glow in the comments. I'm going to share with you my tips. I'm going to share with you what I use to help to bring that glow back. I'm going to be 50, guys, on the 27th. So I guess, what is it? It's less than a week away. And that is okay. I am embracing 50. 50 is going to be fab. But thankfully, to a few tips that I've learned along the way that I want to share with you guys today. Okay, so as I said, this is what our face looks like when we use one color of foundation all over our face. It's flattening out my features. Yes, it has smoothed out my skin tone, which I love. That is great. But I'm going to show you a few easy ways to bring back that dimension, to bring back that glow. And the reason why it's important for us in mature life, 40s, 50s, and beyond, pardon me, is because as we age, we lose collagen. We lose that natural definition in our face. Perhaps our jawline gets a little bit more saggy. Perhaps our cheekbones aren't as prominent as they once were. Every darn time I jump on live, 1 second, guys. Every darn time I jump on live, I start coughing. It's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to show you really easy how to bring back that dimension. I have just used today, I'm using my Saint 3D Cream palette, okay? And one of the reasons why this makeup is perfect for those of us with maturing skin is because we use a couple of shades to create that dimension. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken my main shade, kind of consider that like your foundation shade. I'm using Hazel today, and I put it all over my face, okay? I have not used my lightener. I have not used contour. I've not used bronzer, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to create that dimension. Okay, let me just pin my hair back. Guys, I am wearing Belle Tresses Dolce & Dolce. 18-inch, but the E version. It was originally a City Collection wig that they have now made into an E version. So you've got like the extended lace, runs around the ear tabs. Absolutely love it. And this is the color Brown Sugar Sweet Cream. Okay. Okay. I know many of you guys are terrified about contouring, but let me show you how easy it is. I'm going to use the flat end of my detail brush, and I'm just going to drop into my contour. This one I'm using today is called Olive. And I'm just going to create a shadow because right now that one color has flattened out all of my features, okay? I'm just going to add a little bit of a shadow underneath my cheekbone, okay? And once you pop it on like that, it's as easy as that. You're going to flick up, okay? I have contoured my one cheek. So let's do it real quick on the other side because I want to celebrate my cheekbones. And if you don't have prominent cheekbones, it's a great way to fake it, ladies. Fake it till you make it. Okay. And then I'm going to take the smallest amount of that contour and I'm just going to run it along my jawline. Okay. And I don't want a big line. I'm just simply creating a shadow that previously when I was younger, perhaps was a little bit more defined. And I'm losing that as I'm aging because I'm losing collagen and getting saggy skin and all the fun things, all of that. So I am just using the smallest bit of contour along my forehead. And what that helps to do, if you have a really high forehead, it fakes the illusion of a shorter forehead. Okay. So have you ever heard the term, turn my five head into a forehead? That's what they're referring to. Okay. So I have simply used contour underneath my cheekbones to chisel out my cheekbones. And you don't want to see the line. You just want to soften it. But that's how easy contouring is. And by doing this, you're creating dimension on our face. Nobody's face is flat, right? But when we put one color all over our face, it appears that way. So we look dull, we look tired, we look meh. Some women will say to me, Erin, my makeup doesn't look like yours. It's because you're not using contour and you're not using bronzer. And I guarantee you, if you do, it is not difficult. I promise you. I promise you. I'm going to take it a step further and I'm going to put a little bit of contour on my nose. So I dip the edge of this brush and I'm just making two little lines on the top of my nose. And that's it. Okay. I take my finger and I blend it out a little bit. And now I am creating definition on my nose. If you want to create the illusion of a slimmer nose, that's a great way to be able to do it. Here's the next thing, bronzer. Don't skip the bronzer. As we age, we lose color in our face and we need to add it back. I saw a bunch of you guys just jump on. Drop the word glow in the comments, okay? I'm going to share with you what I use to get my glow back. This cream palette I have used for 3.5 years, ladies. It is the bomb. It is absolutely easy to use. I'm just taking my cream bronzer. This is Bella bronzer. And I'm just putting it on the high point. So that's where you want to put bronzer, okay? Actually, you know what I was thinking of doing when I jumped on? My whole plan was to do one side of my face. And look at me going off script. Whatever. So let me see if I can sort of show you on one side and the change that makes just with adding bronzer. I'm warming up my skin. You know, when we get tired and we get older and our skin gets dull, we lose color and vibrancy, that youthful vibrancy in our skin. This using dimension brings that back. It wakens us up. You know, we're no longer looking tired and like we haven't gotten, 2 hours sleep, which for those of us going through menopause, we probably have had 2 hours sleep. Anyways, do you see the warmth that bronzer gave me? And it's so simple. I'm literally I'm not even dragging the brush. I'm dropping it into Bella bronzer. I'm using the smallest amount of makeup. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just applying it to the high points. Think about when you go out in the sun and you get sun on your face. Where does the sun naturally kiss you? That is where you're going to put bronzer, right? Because the goal is not to make it look fake. The goal is to give us this natural, luminous glow, right? So from start to finish, when I first jumped on here, I had one color. That's it. I had one color all over my face and my face was looking really flat. It wasn't bad, but it certainly evened out my skin tone. But what I was lacking is that dimension. So all I've done in literally 2 seconds is added a little bit of contour. Then I warmed up my skin with the bronzer using the smallest, tiniest amount. Okay. Let's add a little bit of color to our cheeks and this is Summer Love. I showed it the other day. It is a color that I pop into my palette every spring and summer. It is beautiful. It looks so fab on so many different skin tones. I have medium plus skin tone color, but this looks good on darker skin tones. It looks really great on light skin tones. It's so good. You guys, if you don't have Summer Love, consider adding it to your palette next time. Okay. So a beautiful little flush. I never actually used blush when I was younger because I didn't need it. My cheeks were naturally flushed, beautifully flushed. But as we age, we lose that, right? So I love having a few lip and cheek color options within my palette to be able to bring back some of that dimension. Now, I haven't even used my brightening shade here. If you want, take a small brush and add a small bit of your lighter shade. Typically, this lighter shade is going to be 1 or 2 shades lighter than your main shade. You don't want it to be too light, ladies, because if you go too light with the goal to lighten up your under eyes, oftentimes a shade that is super light is actually going to highlight that darkness. It is typically going to look gray. So you're actually better if you're dealing or struggling with dark under eyes, you're actually better to go a little bit darker with your brightening shade, believe it or not. But I can help you out. If you drop the word glow in the comments, I can make color recommendations for everything within your palette. And this palette is fully customizable, right? You can start out with something as small as a 4-tin palette. I typically recommend a main shade, a highlight shade, so a few shades lighter, and a contour, a bronzer, an illuminator, a lip and cheek, and then maybe if you want a few eyeshadows, like this is my palette that I'm using today. It's super easy. Each one of these tins pops out. It's magnetic, so it pops in. I don't have to go buy this whole thing all over again. As the product runs out, I just simply pop it out, order the refill of the product that I need, and pop it back in. It is so incredibly convenient. I like taking that lighter shade that I used around my eye and just bring it down the center of your face. That helps with that dimension, okay? And then I'm just simply going to, let me show you where to put illuminator. Let me just put some color on my lips. That's nude. Nude should be in everybody's palette. It can be combined with any of your shades or wear it on its own. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just taking that same color that I put on my cheeks, Summer Love, and I just put it in the middle after I put on nude. It's so pretty. Okay, this is illuminator. Last thing, ladies, if you want that youthful glow back and you're struggling in midlife with getting it back, right? We lose that. Our skin dulls as we age. If it's dulling, I can help you with skincare. Hello, Korean skincare. Anyways, if you're not on the Korean skincare journey with me, we need to chat. However, if in the meantime, grab your illuminator. Okay, this is rose gold illuminator. We have tons of different illuminators to choose from, and pop it on the top of your cheekbones. Okay, and what this does is it's like iridescent in color. It's sheer, so it doesn't go on, like when you look at it in the online, it looks like it may have more color to it. The goal is to create a little bit of glow. You could put it down. This is all optional, wherever you like to put illuminator. You can put it down your nose, on the tip of your nose. You could even put it on your Cupid's bow, right? And honestly, ladies, that's how you bring the glow back with a 3D palette. It is easy as that, okay? So now when you look at my face, you don't say, oh my gosh, Erin's wearing a lot of makeup. You go, okay, Erin's got some nice cheekbones and her skin looks radiant and glowing, and I look more youthful, right? Versus taking one color of foundation and putting it all over my face and flattening out all of the wonderfulness that each of us have. We all have it. We're just covering it up with one single color of foundation and flattening out all the goodness, right? So if I was doing this not on a live here with you guys, there's one thing I would change, okay? Where I put that main color all over, that's how I started, right? One color all over my face. I would only put this in the areas where I need it, right? Because I don't want to layer my products. So for example, if I know I'm putting contour here, I don't put that there, right? all of this comes together. These shades come together to create one layer of makeup that feels light. It looks youthful, but it's looking youthful because of using those, few shades versus one shade all over your face, right? And I don't think that I look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but I have contoured my face, I have used bronzer, and I have used illuminator. And this makes me feel good, right? So there's a reason why I have stuck to this 3D cream palette for 3.5 years. It'll be 4 years in November. And I absolutely love it. So if you guys need help with picking your own shades, that's part of what I do. I help you choose the right shades, take that guesswork out of picking the right shades for you. When you go online, the shades are going to look super dark online. When I send you recommendations, I have a stray hair. This is what happens, guys, when you wear wigs and you got a stray hair. You just pull it out. When I send you my recommendations, you may look at them and go, whoa, those look really dark, Erin. Are you sure? And you're just going to have to trust me. I have color matched thousands and thousands of women and helped women just like yourself fall in love with this palette. Okay, that's it. I hope you guys had a fun time. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Drop glow and I'll help you out. Okay? See you, everybody. Bye.